Hello everyone, welcome to Sources classes. So in this video again we'll be continuing our discussion with respect to the questions pertaining to the LR section of the examination. So if we talk about this particular section in general, one thing that we can actually see that more or less the kind of question that have been asked in this particular section remained the same, that is no significant changes were observed as far as the pattern of the question and the syllabus was concerned. Okay. But that being said, one thing can't be denied that this year the questions seem to be a little bit more complicated and trickier as compared to the previously asked question. That is, they required a lot more critical thinking. Okay, so that being said and done, what we'll be doing in this video is we'll try and solve a particular kind of question from that particular from the examination in general, particular LR set pertaining to direction and seating arrangement. So we'll solve that kind of question so that whenever we come across this kind of question in future, we are easily able to solve the same. Okay, so with that being said, let's solve go ahead and take a look at the question. 12 people are sitting in two rows containing 6 people each. Okay, so let me highlight two parallel rows, 6 people each. Okay, in such a way that there is equal distance between them. So row 1 has A, B, C, D, E and F, and all of them are facing south. In row 2 has P, Q, R, S, T and V, and all of them are facing north. Okay, therefore the given sitting arrangement, each member in the seat faces the other member of the row. So let me just create two rows. First, second. Okay, 6 member facing south, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and subsequently 6 members facing north. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so this 12 people are sitting here. In this row we have A, B, C, D, E and F. In this row we have P, Q, R, S, T and V. Okay, so V sits third to the right of S. Okay, V sits third to the right of S. S faces F. Okay, S faces F. F does not sit at any of the extreme ends. So we don't have F here. We don't have F here. Okay. D sits third to the right of C. Okay, D sits third to the right of C. R faces C. Okay, R and C face each other. S faces F. R faces C. Okay, still the one facing E sits third to the right of P. Okay, the one who faces E sits third to the right of P. B and P do not sit at the extreme end of the line. Okay, so no P here, no P here, no B here, and no B here. Okay, T is not an immediate neighbor of V and A, or T is not an immediate neighbor of V, and A is not an immediate neighbor of C. Okay, so we don't have TC, we don't have AC as well. Now still we haven't got any idea regarding the the positioning of each and every people. Okay, so let's do one thing. V sits third to the right of S. Okay, V sits third to the right of S is given. S faces F and F does not sit in, and D third to the right of C. D sits third to the right of C. Okay, so multiple cases can be done. Third to the right of C. See if C is here, first, second, third. So two particular cases can be done. Okay, so let me just start with an assumption. So either C can be here and D can be here, or C can be here, D can be here, or C can be here, D can be here. Okay, so these three cases are possible. So let's go one by one. So one case at a time. So if that does not work, we'll proceed further with another case. Okay. So let's assume C faces are, okay, the third to the right of C. Let me assume C sits here, okay, and D is here, okay. What else is given? D sits third to the first, second, third, yes, okay. Let me just give you an idea. For this is right, this is left. For this is right, and this is left, okay. Just a general idea. Now, C, R faces C, so let this be R, okay. V sits third to the right of S, so V sits third to the right of S, so V can be anything, P can't be there, okay. Let's go. T is not an immediate neighbor of one of the one facing E sits third to the right of P. Third to the right of P, that is P cannot be here. Third to the right of P. So P third, first, second, third. So P can either be in this position or P can be in this position, okay? Because third to the right of P is actually not possible that way. So let me do one thing. Let me start off by taking P here first. If this does not work, I'll change the position of the P, okay? So P is here. So what's given? The one facing E is third to the right of P. First to the right, second to the right, third to the right. So this will be E, CE. Okay, so E is done. Do we have any other points pertaining to E? No, we don't have. T is not an immediate neighbor of V. T is not an immediate neighbor of V, and it's given that V sits third to the right of S. If S is here, first, second, third, not possible. If S has to be here, V will be here, okay, third to the right of S, and it's given that T is not an immediate neighbor of V. So I'll put T here, and what else is right? Q has to be here, okay. Now, it's another thing given, A is not an immediate neighbor of C. So A can be here or A can be here, okay. And what else is given? Do you know? F does not sit at any of the corner. Okay, F cannot be here, so F also can be here and here. Okay, S faces F. Okay, S faces F, so this will be F. Now, what else do we have? So here all this are done. So far our conditions aren't being violated, and here what else are done? D done, F done, E done, and C done. So we need A and B. So B and P do not sit on the extreme end. Okay, B cannot be here, so B will be here, and this will be A. So yes, all our conditions are basically satisfied, right? So yes, this is our table. So our initial assumption came out to be right. Let me just remove all the unnecessary parts here. So let's just simply stick with the answer. So yes, this is what our table, and all the conditions are also being satisfied. So yes, our initial assumption came out to be true. Had this not worked, we would have been forced to draw other scenarios as well. So yes, this worked perfectly. Now let's take a look. Who amongst the following faces D? T faces D. Who amongst the following represents the people sitting at the extreme ends of the row? D and A and T and V. D and A, T and V. Who represents people sitting at the extreme ends of the row? RF, no. TA. Yes, T and A basically represents the people sitting at the extreme ends. T and A, yes. The four of the following five are alike in a certain way and thus form a group. Which one does not belong to the group? BT, okay, AQ, okay, B and T adjacent, A and Q again adjacent, CS adjacent, FP, F and P adjacent, DR. D and R are very not adjacent basically. D is here, R is here. So DR will be our answer. Four of the following are alike in a certain way, thus form a group which does not belong. D, T, AV. Okay, we are talking about the corner, so S will be the one. How many persons are seated between R and T? 2 persons are sitting between R and T. So I hope this is clear to you how we came out with the solution of the same. So this is a very good question. We are lucky that our initial assumption basically worked. Otherwise, we would have had to change the entire thing up and then solve the same. So this, like I said, the paper was bit on the trickier side. So this was a testament to that. The question was tricky. So in case we might have failed, if we just stick to our guns and basically stick to the concepts involved, we would have easily be able to solve the same. So in case you have any kind of doubt with the respect to which we solved this paper, I suggest you go through the entire video multiple times to get yourselves acquainted with the process involved and also get yourself a general idea of how to go about the same, and try to solve this question on your own, keeping the video as a reference. Okay, now with all that said and done, in case you want a completely solved paper of the same, be it your BRC, the QA, LRDI section, everything, feel free to connect with us. So you can actually go for that, you can go through the description section of the video, wherein you'll find the details pertaining to our website link, our email addresses, and also our numbers on which you can call, text, or WhatsApp us. So feel free to connect with us with any of the means that that is convenient to you. In case you have any kind of doubt with your exam preparation, or any doubt pertaining to any of the subjects, or you have any query or need any kind of guidance with respect to preparation for the exam or anything as such, we will be more than happy to help you out with those as well. So feel free to connect with us. So with all that said and done, in case you like the video, make sure you like, share and subscribe to the channel so that we can keep coming up with relevant content such as this further down the line. And we'll continue our discussion on the similar sort of questions in the subsequent video, where we'll try and cover a bit more domains pertaining to the VARC, QA and LRDI section as well. So having said that, I'm signing off. Thank you so much.